I have multiple questions, but I'll stick to one this time. And I want your comment on the recent attack by Houthis in Bab al-Mandab. This attack was on a commercial vessel, and crew members were killed, including 3 Pakistanis, and while 11 Pakistani and Indonesian sailors were rescued. So Foreign Office has issued a statement before these Houthis attacks, so I wish your comment on it. Thank you.
Yes, this is a sad development that took place last evening, and our Deputy Prime Minister and Foreign Minister has just issued a statement on X platform. Please do refer to that. We learned with deep concern about this unfortunate incident involving an attack on commercial vessels. This was a commercial vessel in the Red Sea. According to the information available as of now, 3 Pakistani nationals have lost their lives and 1 has sustained injuries. We extend our heartfelt condolences to the bereaved families. Pakistan strongly condemns this attack on a non-combatant commercial vessel. Such attacks endanger innocent lives, constitute a violation of international law, and a serious threat to freedom of navigation, maritime security, and the safety of commercial shipping in the Red Sea. We are in contact with the relevant Saudi authorities. In fact, the Deputy Prime Minister, Foreign Minister has instructed our mission in Riyadh to keep in touch with the Saudi authorities, as well as the internationally recognized government of Yemen, to ascertain further details of the incident and the circumstances surrounding it. Efforts are also underway in coordination with the concerned authorities for the retrieval and repatriation of the mortal remains of the deceased Pakistani nationals, as well as for the necessary medical assistance to the injured national. The government of Pakistan will continue to closely follow the situation, and we'll share the details with the media as and when available. Let me add one point about this maritime coalition announced by KSA. It's related matter to this question. We support freedom of navigation and maritime security of international waterway under international law. Pakistan is a signatory of this coalition. We abide by its communique, and we are ready and willing to assist Saudi Arabia and other coalition partners in operationalization of this communique to preserve the safety and security of the global supply chain as well as the maritime traffic. Ji, sir.
Thank you, sir. Indian MEA's spokesperson in his weekly briefing made comments on the recent protest in Azad Kashmir. What is your response on this particular matter, sir?
Yes, we saw the statement. We categorically reject the baseless statement and allegations made by the Indian MEA regarding Azad Jammu and Kashmir. India's professed concerns for human rights in AJK is disingenuous, given its own well-documented record of repression in Indian illegally occupied Jammu and Kashmir, including excessive use of force, arbitrary detentions, suppression of political freedom, and sweeping powers of security forces under the draconian laws enacted there. India's deliberate exaggeration and politicization, it's important to note, exaggeration and politicization of recent developments in AJK is quite misleading, and it cannot divert attention from the stark realities in Indian illegally occupied Jammu and Kashmir. Pakistan remains fully committed to protection and fundamental rights of the democratic freedom of the people of Azad Jammu and Kashmir, including the inalienable right to self-determination of all people of Jammu and Kashmir. Rather than making such baseless statements regarding AJK, India would be well advised to honor the commitments made by its founding fathers and uphold the right of the people of Indian illegally occupied Jammu and Kashmir to freely determine their future through a UN-administered plebiscite in accordance with the UN Security Council resolutions. Ji.
Thank you, sir. This is Kiran from Khorasan Diary. The US State Department, in its Fiscal Transparency Report 2026 that was issued on 11th August, said that Pakistan did not meet the US Department of State's minimum fiscal transparency requirements, including regarding debt disclosure, military and intelligence agencies' budgets, and institutional oversights. Does the ministry view this assessment as unwarranted interference in Pakistan's sovereign fiscal policies, and will this be raised in the bilateral talks with Washington?
Yeah, this is a development that took place yesterday, and we have seen the US Department of State's Fiscal Transparency Report of 2026, which is mandated by the US Congress, I understand. Pakistan is included amongst the 67 countries for not meeting this minimum criteria. There are other 66 countries. While Pakistan adheres to the internationally established best practices in respect of fiscal transparency, budgeting process and financial disclosure is also required to follow our own constitutional, legislative and regulatory framework. As you are aware, Pakistan is currently in an IMF program, which is, by its design, is focused on structural reform and improving fiscal management. Pakistan has successfully completed 3 IMF reviews, and its reform process and the measures taken under the process have been widely appreciated, including by the credit rating upgrading by the 3 international rating agencies as well as IMF. And I'll also refer you to Ministry of Finance for further questions, for further information on this subject.